also has started working with creators to help them grow on TikTok.
And the steps are measured in data, right? CTR, so how many people click, then how many people added to cart, how many people completed the purchase. So you'll have, like, if you'll have a ton of people just adding your product to the cart without even completing your purchase, you'll still get more views. And from there,
You get one sample, but why not create 20, 30 videos from that one sample? And what we're seeing is a lot of creators, they don't. Hey, everybody, what's up? I am here with my friend Oleg. Oleg has an incredible TikTok agency called Ushu.ai, where he helps not only brands grow on TikTok, but also has started working with creators to help them grow on TikTok. So Oleg's always giving really, really great tips in some of the chats that we're in. And I asked him if he would come chat with me today about what is working right now in content. What are brands struggling with for content for TikTok? What are creators struggling with? And then we're going to talk about live streams because too many of you are not utilizing live streams. It is like there's a lot of money sitting on the table, there's a lot of conversion sitting on the table. So we're going to talk about what's working in live streams, and brands and creators can definitely benefit from that. Before we get into it, like, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your background?
hey, hi everybody. Thanks for having me, and it's a pleasure. And I would love to talk about. I can talk hours and days about content about TikTok and about our agency, of course. Real quickly, my background is in Amazon sales. I'm an Amazon seller still, and I have run a TikTok shop agency where I help Amazon, mostly Amazon sellers, to move on to that and experience that great platform. And TikTok Shop is an amazing new opportunity for all the brands because it's pretty much gives you the brand advertising that actually pays for itself. So you get views, you get actual creators, usual regular people using your product. Of course, there is an advertising element to it, but it comes out really authentic and it works magic. And like as many of our clients and your clients, I'm sure they've seen, if you go viral on TikTok, it doesn't mean they can go millions, even like 100,000 views, you're gonna see your sales increase across all your channels, be it Amazon or your website. So that's why we are doing it. And we have our agency is Ushu.ai, we're a TikTok shop partner. And we also concentrate on managing creators with our creators community, viral creators. And we're slowly opening it up for brands to participate in it as well. And yeah, and we have many creators that are joining where we provide them education because creators, just as brands, learning about this new platform, and this is a great opportunity for part-time creators to come in and make money. A lot of them are talented in terms of they know how to sell or they know how to set up a great video, and they need some help either with making good videos from sales perspective or from the frame and like visual perspective, or they need help with dealing with brands. And like I know from my experience that brands have a big problem in dealing with creators because there's
Yeah.
so many creators and it's just like it's all over the place. So we try to like what we try to do, we like funnel who those creators that are really interested in making money here and have work ethics and kind of like filter it down and make a platform that where brands can collaborate with those creators through our agency, make more of a manageable task versus like trying to reach out to like 10,000 people,
Yeah.
so
And, some of you might wonder, like, wait, Amy, Amazing at Home is also a TikTok agency. Why would you invite a competitor on? Well, because
yeah, well,
all of us TSPs, TikTok service provider partners, we know that there's so much to learn. There's so much that we can do together. And just like Oleg is working not only with brands, but he's also working with creators, we're doing the same thing. And we wanted to have a conversation today to talk about, it doesn't matter what agency you go with. What we're trying to do today is help you guys understand what is working for brands, what's working for creators, and then how you could take advantage of live streaming. And with both of our experience and what we've gone through managing brands on TikTok Shop, and also helping creators to create better content. What you guys are going to get by watching this interview is way more than you get by just watching myself alone or Oleg on his own, right? So it's like things that we
Well,
can glean from the work that we've done with our clients and with creators. So just starting it off, I know brands, the content that brands are struggling with, what most brands that were Amazon sellers before, and they're still Amazon sellers, when they're moving over to TikTok, what they struggle with is the mindset behind TikTok. So on TikTok, demand is created. And, I've had so many clients be like, well, just send me the search volume for my keywords on TikTok.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they don't always understand that it's not the same, right? It's really great creators that are giving that personal touch to a product that is helping it blow up. But on the content side, I know a lot of brands are struggling with finding creators that are doing great content for their brand that actually converts, right? And then working with those creators consistently. And I think creators at the same time struggle with they've got so many offers from so many different brands and they aren't really sure how to grow with a brand. So
Yeah.
what have you seen, Oleg, in terms of like on the content side, what are brands struggling with?
Yeah, well, on the content side, as you mentioned, right? It's pretty much it's kind of a culture shock when you switch from Amazon to TikTok because Amazon it's well that's why they have a special term for it, social commerce, right? So people come first for TikTok to have fun, and then they see the branded videos or TikTok shop videos kind of like as a side thing to their like time spending on whatever scrolling through videos, and so people come with Amazon with an intention to buy. That's pretty much the only reason why they go there on Amazon. You don't go to Amazon to have fun or to go through creators video. No way, you go there to buy, and that's like it's search driven, and then you compete with other 10 with with TikTok. Although there is also a shop tab where you can go and kind of like have an Amazon experience. Most of the people learn about your product through the videos that creators create or through live sales, which is like what do you call them? Not telesales, but what is the like TV infomercials? Yeah, sort of
Yeah,
like the
like the
old school.
QVC of
Yeah, yeah,
social commerce, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the goal here on TikTok is not to have your like yes, you should have like proper product card and like all the keywords in there, but most of the time you really need to hit that viral thing, that the thing where your content gets multiple views, and it gets multiple views based on metrics that each video gets when it launched.
So
um
let's talk about
so
that. What is that formula for virality? How do we create viral content or how do we give creators, because I know the creators that we work with, they want more information from brands. They want talking points, they want to be involved. So what is that formula that brands and creators need to know for virality?
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's the formula is super simple, but there's two parts, right? Because you can't really teach somebody to be like viral. You can tell that. I mean, yes, you can. Here is the thing: the creator. I think there's a magic to it still, the element of spark. Some people can go viral with the simple videos, and other people try copy him. They're never gonna get that result. But on TikTok is sort of simple. TikTok loves consistency. So when it comes to creators and their content, the best and most sure way to get views on the videos is stay consistent with the niche, with the type of content that works. And in the beginning, you may try different types, and they can see which videos are getting more views, which videos get more engagement, and then just stick with that content type, or like even similar videos, even the same videos with just different settings, and go at it. When it comes to product, when it comes to videos where it's a shoppable video, it's the TikTok is driven by metrics. It's the way TikTok works is like there are several videos, let's say 20 videos released in the same niche at the same time, and then they start rolling. TikTok just gives free traffic to everybody, and then TikTok sees the conversions. They say, okay, so many people view this video, so many people clicked on a shop link, so many people added to the cart, and X amount of people completed the shopping. There is this, and the greater those metrics compared to the other videos that are listed about the same time, you're getting more and more and more and more and more views. Now, if you come to a formula, it's also, the formula is simple for everybody. There's the hook, the attention grabbing element, can be visual, can be text, can be something shocking, and there are a ton of tools you can use that. There, I think TikTok does, like there's an agent for in TikTok. You can go on the ChatGPT and give a little background about the product, and hey, give me like few hooks. It'll do just that. Or you can analyze like top TikTok videos and see how those work and adapt it for yourself. There's the middle, and if you the product videos, there should be, product needs to be shown in action and with actual problem that it solves. And the result of the video and at the end has to be a call to action. It can be add to cart or check, just click on the link to see if the discounts are there. There are a lot of like tricky call to actions there, just because what you really want to do for your video to go in views, you need to go through those steps, and the steps are measured in data, right? CTR, so how many people click, then how many people added to cart, how many people completed the purchase. So you'll have, like, if you'll have a ton of people just adding your product to the cart without even completing your purchase, you'll still get more views, and from there, the conversions might follow. And
Yeah,
then,
I
you
think
know,
on
yeah,
that side, so I love you said you got to have a hook, which, and a lot of times the way that you deliver, like putting text of your hook, like a portion of your hook
yeah,
in text, and you put it like over your face. That works because it draws attention to like what's wrong. Why can't I see that person's face? The human brain wants to fix whatever is wrong. So if you play
yeah,
with things that are broken, like put your hook in like a title that goes over your face for part of the talking of the first part. So get that attention. And then you mentioned you got to show the product in action. The other thing that we've seen is really personalizing the product. So especially if it's like a health and beauty product or something that solves a
yeah.
problem for people, adding a personal
Needs to be
angle.
authentic. That's right.
Yeah, saying I use this and this works for me versus like we see people that are super salesy. They try to be like an advertisement where they're like, this oil is really great. It has vitamin C. It's like nobody cares. Tell me how you put that underneath your eyelids and you got rid of your baggy eyes. Tell
Yeah,
me, make it personal. And the other thing is keep the focus singular on a single thing. We've seen people talk about, oh, this product can be used for this, 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 this. Anytime you try to sell everything to everyone, you're going to lose people's attention and it doesn't work, right? So you've got your hook,
yeah,
put that title in there, get it in front of the face, mess around with different words there, then showing the product in action, but make it personal. Make sure that you're really like your singular focus and personalizing it to yourself so that people feel connected with the product. That's the key to sales. Buying is a psychological process. And then you were saying the call to action. I agree. So many times you'll see a video and it's really great and it grabs your attention, but they don't tell you to do anything. The simplest part of sales is add that sucker to cart or get some FOMO in there. Hey guys, these sell out all the time. Add it to the cart right now. Don't miss out, right? Or they're doing a sale right now only on TikTok Shop and they will sell out. So get it, right?
yep,
Like getting
yep,
call to action. Don't be afraid to tell them to go after it and give them some FOMO in there.
yeah. I see some creators also, like they're getting the product and they started reviewing it, and like they actually going like trying to come off, like going like absolutely opposite, like, well, I'm not gonna do sales, but they're like telling like all the wrong things about the product, and I'm like, dude, you're on a commission. You do realize that? I mean, of course you have to be honest. If you don't like the product, just don't talk anything about it. If you like the product, talk good things about it. I mean, nobody comes and gonna watch the product because like nobody, like, it's not a review video.
Yeah.
You're getting that samples not to like to sell it, but another thing is, like, you really need to, like, for creators, a lot of big mistake what I see is they're like, especially for new ones, they're getting like samples after samples, and they're like, it becomes like for them, it's like free samples. Oh my God, I'm getting those for free. The key there though, like, yes, you're getting free samples, but like, I mean, you may get like $200 in worth of value, like $300 worth of value for free samples. But the best the best strategy for TikTok is to get like samples only that of the products that like work for you, that you use, that work for your audience, that like people that you want, that kind of align with your content. And don't go overboard. Don't sell 20 products. Sell five, but those that really work with your niche, you know?
Yeah,
And then
and
have a
build
price
relationships.
variety too.
Yeah, and whenever you go to a creator's page where, and this is something creators, newsflash, brands want to work with creators that are not working with 50 different brands. If I come to your page, and this is something that all of us agencies do, brands do, when we're vetting our creators, we get a million sample requests a day, right? And it just because you're a new creator doesn't mean we're not going to consider you. But if we come to your page and you've got a different promo video for a million different products, none of them are personalized. Like it just feels like you're just trying to kind of desperately throw something out there and make money. It doesn't convert well. And we as
Yep.
brands know that. So like it's really
Yep.
important, like you were saying, Oleg, for like focus on building relationships with a few brands that you love. There's nothing wrong with trying different products and like creating content and seeing where you really fit in. Nothing wrong with the discovery phase of that. But if you're all over the place, you're going to find it hard to make a lot of money with a singular brand. And that's the thing is like brands are looking for creators that they can build relationships with that will become brand faces and brand ambassadors for them. And you can make, as creators, you can make a lot of money, not only in commissions, but incentives and
Yep.
product and all the things if you work on your relationships with brands. Like you should reach out to brands that you love and say, hey, how can we work together? And I would say the other mistake that creators make is they get all these offers from all these different brands, and so they just assume that that they should ask $5,000 per video, you know, and it's like, okay, hang on, because if you could get a gig creating consistent content for a brand that would actually lead to more sales revenue and commission for you than you would get on a one-time $5,000 video, you could be earning six figures a month through consistent content for a brand just in commissions if you had built that out. So I mean, I
Yep.
would say don't just rule out every brand that isn't going to give you $5,000 for one video. Look at the products that you're really crazy about and look at building a relationship.
Those
What do you
things,
think about
those
that?
things, those things will come though. Like, I mean, if you do consistently, like for example, like the way brands look at creators, they see the category that they post, and if like categories shoes and like and clothing and personal care, it's like it's too many, right? You want to see a creator that like focuses on one, maybe two categories, but pretty one. Like, or if the categories that are, I mean, I can get like beauty and woman clothing, right? I mean, they're kind of related. Like you put a makeup, you put dress on, fine, right? But if it's like all over the place, nobody wants that. Also, the very important thing is your video posting rate. So when you get samples, you get rated off how many videos you do. Anything above 80 is good, like 99 because of the TikTok data is not really reliable sometimes. So like anywhere above 80 is good. But like if you're getting a bunch of samples, you're not gonna be able to fill videos. And then it'll gives you more opportunity for TikTok data analytics to mess up and it will show you low rankings and nobody wants to send sample and never see a video, right? Or see one video. Like if you're sending out sample, especially if it's a high value product that you can do multiple times, like why not? Like for example, if it's a mascara or something, why not do like 20 videos? I mean, who cares? I mean, if it doesn't cost you much money all the time, but opportunity, like you can learn. And then if brand sees that kind of persistency, even if that video doesn't convert, I mean, but the UGC value of it is good. Think about it, brands sell on Amazon. They have other social media platforms. They may just reach out, be like, "Yo, we like your video, but it doesn't convert here." But the video itself is a good quality. Usually, it does not happen. The video is a good quality, and the brands like it, usually it converts. but you get that you also learn about more about product, and you get the opportunity to review your video back, and you see, okay, I made a mistake here or made a mistake there. You can actually upload this video, I'm sure, to GPT and like, hey, can you analyze this video in terms of like, why it's not converting? I'm sure it'll provide you some good analytics.
I love what you said about you get one sample, but why not create 20, 30 videos from that one sample? And what we're seeing is a lot of creators, they don't. They get the one sample, they create their one
Yeah.
video, and then they move on, and they're missing a huge opportunity to test, to understand what works, to utilize the one sample that they have to potentially blow up their commissions. I love that technique. For on the brand side, what is a great way for brands when they're reaching out to creators to encourage creators to take that one sample and make more videos? What's a good tip on the brand side that you see that's working for that?
For the brand side, I mean, this is like a lot of manual work that goes into reaching out to quality creators, because first, it's virtually impossible to reach good creators through TikTok Shop. I mean, it's kind of like there are two sales happening on TikTok Shop. First, you need to sell to creators, especially if it's a new product, and then the creators need to sell it to Amazon. And then in the beginning, when you have zero sales on TikTok, you're gonna get lower quality creators because it's just like everybody they don't understand why you're there. So you're gonna increase commissions and give like I like direct collaboration rather than open collaboration still. If your product has good viral potential, it's you're gonna get creators interested. Also, run some product card advertising, because when you run this, it'll also show up on the creators page. So that it's hard, because when creators look at the new products, they get on a creators page and there are recommended products, the top sellers. Your product being new is going to be right down there, and of course advertised products, sponsored, right? Sponsored is going to be right there from the center, so you want to be there. That's product card advertising, very simple for maximizing sales. You're going to get creators attention, and then see those that are just check their page, see if they're the way they work, and if their creator is within the niche, and if they have good work ethics. That's about it. And don't try to chase like hundreds of thousands of creators. You don't really need that. You really need like, especially at the launch stage, 10, 20, 30. But this is like you're growing, right? And then you want to make sure that like you don't send like, and then at some point you want to be sending out 100 to 1,000 samples, but like that time needs to come. You need to build up that first. And if some creators you see they're good, they have good GMV, the content is good, quality is good. You want to have a little bit of incentive, a little control. Give them $50 per video, but like, or incentivize them otherwise. Be like, yo, do 10 videos for them. For me, I'll do like something special for you, or increase commission or something. But
Yeah.
the key is to align yourself with good creators. There are brand new creators. It's a hit or miss. You might want to try it out, but again, like you want to have the core, sort of like a core group that like really does a job for you. But then
Yeah.
again, if the product needs to sell, you know, and first months we're actually doing like run advertising for product card, start slowly setting up live. It's sort of like a platform where you need to build out the reputation on TikTok for that product to sell.
I love that. So that being said, I mean, we've covered a lot here. Let's transition into live streaming. So, this is something that a lot of people don't consider lives because with the shoppable video, it stays on TikTok, right? It stays on there. It can keep being brought up to the algorithm where the live is live. So, it's like,
Yeah,
okay, why is it worth it to me? And now what TikTok does when you're done with a live stream, and I would encourage all brands and creators just to try live, just to experience it. Even if you're doing something stupid, and you're like, "Hey, audience, whatever, let's have a conversation about this today. I'm just testing out live streaming. This is fun, right?" It's fine. Get your feet wet so you understand how live streaming works. And what I thought was interesting is at the end of your live stream, TikTok offers you the ability to cut a few of your live stream
yeah,
videos that you had the most kind of um, engagement, whatever, and then you can post those on your channel. But why, Oleg, if it's not going to remain there, why should we care about live streaming?
Yeah. Well, I found by working with TikTok is whenever TikTok says, "Hey, it's a good idea for you to do something X," you got to go ahead and do it because the way algorithm works there is just TikTok. The major difference between TikTok and all others, the amount of subscriptions, it don't really matter. What matters is the quality of content, and the way TikTok works is it's gonna give you traffic, and it's gonna give you more traffic, the more things you do that it suggests. Let's say there's live campaign going on. Hey, go live 5 times, you're gonna get this. Just do that. Trust me, you're gonna get a lot more traffic. Your product is gonna appear in multiple places on TikTok platform with all different announcements, different pop-ups, and different this, different that. I participate in all the programs, and live being one of the programs that they've been consistently pushing for the last year and still pushing. And another amazing thing about TikTok is they're gonna teach you how to do that. You don't really like it's a no-brainer. You go open it up, you just start discovering, and like it'll drop you down to TikTok University where it's like all this information is laid down. So another benefit of going live is that TikTok is like you have to manage, you have different sources for your traffic. First is video, second is your own channel video, then you have your creators lives and advertising. You cannot go or creators lives or your channel lives, doesn't matter, live with your product, right? And you cannot go and you cannot really be successful on TikTok by avoiding one or another if you're a brand. If you're a creator, there are some creators that do only lives. They don't get videos. Some people do videos, but they don't do lives. There are some that do both. Um, but if you're a creator, never tried live, I mean, it is overwhelming in the beginning, but there is a practice mode on TikTok. There are different tools like Live Manager where you can just you can go from your computer and it'll give you more sort of more space on the screen where you can control your comments, you can control your flash sales, pin products. And it may be overwhelming in the beginning with all the tools and promotions and boards because you can do a lot of creative stuff on TikTok. But what I suggest you guys do is just try a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna do this and try billboards once, or now I'm gonna just go without it. But it's just all of it is going to increase views for your videos. It's going to increase views for your products, and like going live is essential if you want to be on TikTok. It's like if there is any reason, any other reason, it's just you must do it according to TikTok. And if TikTok says, and if you're on their platform, it's like Amazon, you must advertise. If you don't advertise, you go nowhere. That's the same here. If you don't
Yeah.
do lives, you go. I mean, yes, you may go somewhere, but like you're gonna miss out on like 30 to 40% potential.
And and so that's the thing is if you're a brand or you're a creator and you're looking to grow your following, which all of us need to grow our following if we want TikTok to give us more views on our channel, more views on the rest of our videos, we need to be utilizing all of the content types and we need to be looking at the information that TikTok puts out as recommended for us. We need to also be thinking about the fact that a live stream, like if we enter into these contests, right? These different challenges that TikTok puts out for both creators and brands. If we enter those, TikTok is going to show our videos to more new audiences.
Yep.
And so that's huge. If you want to grow your following, if you're a brand or a creator that's struggling with views, which so many of you are, I know you are. Some of you are my clients, right? And you're like, why? I'm posting, I'm getting 300 views. And it's like, you haven't gone live yet, have you? You haven't tried these different content types, have you? Right? So these are the things that are going to help you grow. So make sure that you're going live. Now let's talk about the live formula. What should we be doing when we're live? The key in the algorithm, in the TikTok algorithm, when you're live is engagement. If you can get engagement in that first minute of you going live and you get a lot of people like paying attention, commenting, whatever, then and actually staying for the full 30 seconds or whatever, you can really, really do well with your live streams. So how do you, and I'm going to ask Oleg here what his formula is for live streams, but what we suggest on the live stream side is do something that gets their attention in the beginning, even if it has nothing to do with your product. Maybe you're going to give away a product. You go, okay, I'm going to give away this product. And it's whoever guesses what color shoes I'm wearing right now. And you hold up a piece of paper that says, giveaway incoming. Guess what color shoes I'm wearing right now. You're going to get a ton of comments. And not only that, they're not going to care what you're giving away. They're just going to get in there because people are curious. They want to engage, right? And stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
if you do something like that, you're going to get a lot of engagement in the beginning and they're going to stay because they want to know, did I win? Did I guess right? So that's what you can do in the very beginning of your live stream to ensure that you're getting engagement. Get kind of creative in ways where you're going to look different than every other live stream where you're not just sitting in the camera talking to the camera. So when we see people holding up these signs and stuff, it's something different. It's exciting, right? So kind of get in there and think about that. But Oleg, what's your formula? Give us your secret formula for engagement on lives and selling on lives, and what should we be thinking about with live
But
streams?
if I'll give it out, it's not gonna be a secret anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna do it. I mean, it's also TikTok, yeah, does a lot of stuff to help people go live, right? Um, and utilizing all of that, it can be overwhelming, especially for a creator or for the brand. And pretty much there's pre-live activities that needs to be done that will increase viewership is scheduling your live and announcing your live. You can schedule live in the right from the phone or on TikTok Live Manager on your desktop. You can then from your phone you can tap a video and record it from there, or you can use one of the pre-recorded videos, kind of like teasing your life and like, hey, I'm gonna have flash sale, I'm gonna have giveaways, come visit me, and this is the time, don't miss it. Run it like 3 days ahead. Like it will give you a lot of stuff. It may give you or may not, but TikTok will push that. They love it. They want announcements of lives. That try it. I can guarantee it's gonna get decent views, right? But also, of course, keep all that element of good successful videos there, like hook this and that. So now when you go on live, the setup, right? Like the setup that is behind me is somewhat okay because there's nothing behind it right in front. But I would rather do something like if I would be doing live right now. Let me just give you a quick example if you don't mind. Hold on a second. I want my video. Why is it off?
There we go.
But I want to remove my blur and like, hey, I would go like behind that wall, nice and something nice and colorful, something that really aligns with the brand, especially if you have brand colors, will be amazing. Make sure you lit well, like your quality there. A little microphone, $20 on Amazon is gonna make a lot of difference. A little mic like here, like you can sound like professional. That's like a basic stuff, right? And then with live, what it matters is life is cyclical, right? You run about 2 hour live, for example, an hour live, or even a 30-minute live, right? You have people that are coming through, your traffic is given to you by TikTok, and you see that coming, and you see them coming, and a lot of them are going. So for TikTok is looking for less people to drop, for more people to join than drop off. This way, your audience is growing, a number of continuous watchers. Then of course, so you need to have a scroll stoppers. Scroll stoppers be like deal happening in 5 minutes, a little announcements, even like handwritten signs. They work fine. You don't need to go fancy. You can then set up billboards within TikTok, and then you may see them. They go on the site, and then those billboards, you can either do it from your desktop, you can do it on your phone, you can create it in Canva, you can use presets that are available from TikTok, and then script it. You gotta script your life so you don't go stuck. When you go live, actually TikTok is going to give you the script, but I mean you can use it as a general, but the thing but it's but mm, it's look it up, like how to do TikTok live script, and the Google will get you to the live university on TikTok, and will explain how to do it with all the like stuff. different types of hooks, different types of announcements, different types of product sales, and then show product in action. Again, like if you're selling a product, show it in action and like make it funny, make it energetic. So you just stop them and you need to convert them. And also, again, TikTok is all about metrics. So you need to see, it looks okay. So how many people are getting into your life? How many people are dropping off? And then it'll see how many people are clicking on the product, how many people are commenting, how many people are adding it to the cart, how many people are buying it. You can kind of guide them and like, hey guys, help me out. I want to see how many like red dresses you have on, right? Hey, how about you go and check on your check in my pin product, select that product, add it to your cart, see what you get, see you get any discounts, can you comment? And then people will be adding products in their carts and commenting. Like that's exactly what you need. And like some people that are sitting there bored, I'm like, hey, you're being nice, you asking them nicely, hey, help me out. I'm like, why not? I'll help you out. And then you say, hey, why don't you just check out and get the great discount? And you're like following like a zombie, like not like a zombie, of course, but like, you know what I mean? You got to guide people through that.
I get it, like the sale, if you go through any of the best sales training in the world, it helps if you actually ask for the sale. It's
Yeah.
like that's the key to sales. Join us now. Get it in your cart. Let's do it. Like, let's have
Yeah.
more beautiful skin. Let's. And so I love that you're giving that. So basically, just kind of breaking down what you just said. I love repeating things. I'm a visual and I'm different types of learning styles here. So let's break down the steps. So Oleg just mentioned. First of all, he talked about plan ahead, right? So
Yeah.
plan ahead, set up your promotions ahead of time. So TikTok inside of Seller Center, you can actually set up your live streams. You can create flash sales just for live streams, promo codes just for live streams. Think about scripting the
And
script.
real quick, that's why it's very important to establish the relationships with brand, because in order for you to run flash sales, in order for you to run giveaways, you need to have it set up by the brand for your specific life, for your specific time. And you want to do that. And if to do that, you need to have a relationship with brand. And you cannot achieve that relationship if you're doing like hundreds of products or different brands. Stick with one you like, keep it going.
Yeah, and
Even if it's a
brands
big brand,
love
they
that.
have an agency that handles the TikTok for them. You are gonna get to the life. It's not like, oh my God, there's such a big brand and I'm gonna listen to them. Yes, they will, because they have people that are actually dedicated to communicating with creators like you. You know?
Yeah, like us. That's exactly what
Yeah,
we do. And sometimes it confuses creators because when we're building relationships, we'll get on a call with them and they'll be like, wait, amazing at home, but I'm trying to do this for this brand. It's like, yes, they're our client on TikTok. This is our job. We're good, right?
yeah,
So, yeah, like you said, don't be afraid to do that. So, planning ahead, building relationships with your brand, because the planning ahead for promos you actually do in Seller Center, you have to set it up for specific time frames. So you've got to plan ahead together. So it's best to just get on a call with the brand get on a call with the creator and talk about, or your agency get on a call with the creator and talk about that. Like, okay, here's the products we're trying to promote right now. Here's what we can do for flash sales. Here's what our TikTok promotion options are. And often creators, what we'll do is just share screen and show them like, hey, these are our options for live streams because creators don't always see what the brand sees. So it's
yeah,
helpful to like get on a call with them and talk that out. So plan ahead, know what promotions are available, know what TikTok is pushing right now. So like how long does your live need to be? All of that. Visit TikTok's Live University so that you can learn all of the things. They have a lot of really like interactive, awesome, engaging training on how to do that stuff. Get your script ahead of time and remember that people are going to be passing through. So keep them engaged. You want them to stay. You want to take actions that are going, as part of your script, you want to take actions that are going to get them to do something, to comment, to add it to cart, to take part in the live stream. That's what a live stream is all about, is, feeling like you're part of it. If you go back and watch any of the great QVC videos, that sold the most, you see it's like, they take a call, like, let's take a call, Bob, like, what are
Yep.
you excited about this product? Like, how does it help you in your life? And it's just like, and then all the people who are like Bob now are, adding that product to cart, and then they announce the sales. Oh my gosh, we just had 20 more sales on this live stream, think about it that way in terms of
Yeah,
how.
get a little like the sound things, the bells, what's not first, just whatever get them going. Like you have different audiences there too, like you really wanna flesh it out and be like out there, like so they can scroll stuff. Think about how you can stop them scrolling, like scarcity, or time limits. Be like there's a flash sale for something that has got like only 5 minutes left. You're like, all right, sure,
You
why
have
not?
like the
Let's see what they
countdown
get.
clock.
Yeah, well, countdown clock is amazing, like good old school clock, that works fine, just or even announcements, or like if something written on a piece of paper, again, it's a lot of stuff available. It's just anything can help you get them is good. And then again, like a lot of people are getting stuck. They don't feel like first few, of course, you're gonna need to do first few runs, especially if you're a beginner in it. But then like scripting helps. And of course you're gonna get all agitated being live in front of people at the beginning. It'll fade at some point, but like initially you'd be like, oh my God, all over the place, all the tools. I press the wrong button. How do I do that? Then you have some violation coming through, like, oh my God. Like if it's overwhelming, don't worry. Like do 30 minutes, do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and see if you get violation, that's fine. Look up through the live guidance, and also look to see what the violation is all about. There are a lot of sensitive products like supplements, or let's say an lingerie, or like something to do with like feminine, female products. You can say something that is wrong, and like algorithm can trick it. Like, okay, sure, I'm not gonna say it, but
Yeah.
practice.
Yep. And I think, like you said, consistency is important too. I think if you've never gone live before, set a goal. Might seem overwhelming for somebody to hear us talk about, like, oh, you need this script and you need to go through live university and you need to do all these things. Like, like I was saying, just try it. Get on your TikTok and go live. Just try it. Like, it's not going to hurt anything. The videos don't stay there when you're done. Like,
Yep.
have the experience first, practice, and then think about set small goals. Like, okay, I am going to go live 3 times this week for 30 minutes. And then next week, I'm going to try to go live for an hour and then 2 other 30-minute sessions, whatever it is. But, and it's okay to kind of repeat some of the same things that you did on the previous live. Look at what's working, what's not, where you're getting engagement. Throw that information into GPT, into Grok, whatever your favorite AI is that you use, and say, like, hey, this is where I got engagement, and this was where I
Yeah.
didn't get as much. What is working the best right now? What could I do to improve this? Here's my script. Throw that information in there and get better ideas and just continuously improve. But the best advice I have is just start, because so many of you aren't even, like, you're just like, I don't know, that seems like a lot. Like, just start.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's analytics at the end of it, and you can see like all the different stuff, like dropout rate, like you see different places where your users either leave or don't complete certain action, like your conversions along the funnel. So, and for brands too, like for brands is a little different because they actually either you can hire the way it looks. Usually, it's like you have a studio, like the top level way, right? You have a studio where it's branded for you. You have a nice setup. You hire a host that comes in and do like you don't have to do that's usually cost you anywhere like $200 an hour plus like 20-30% commissions, right? You can do like if it's you hiring an agency, if you can do it inside if you have the capacity, but you can collaborate. You can find somebody, a creator that like knows your product, sells well with a good GMV, see if you can convince them to do like a dedicated live just for your product, you know and do it consistently. It'll help sales at all a lot.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and like some of the creators that we're working with to do lives for our clients, They want the support. And so we order like banners for them to put in their live stream studio so that they can like look like they're representing the brand well. We work with them on what products they feel most connected to. We give them talking points. But the most important thing for creators to remember is all of these creators, even if they're really great live stream creators, all of them test and tweak. That is the key. Like, so, some of the creators that we're working with are like, yeah, I'm going to just test this weekend. I'm going to just use this product and I'm going to test real quick just to kind of see like how it goes, whatever. And then I'm going to do my full plan next week, right? So, this is very normal to test and tweak when it comes to live streams. So preparation is key, just like in creating your videos and batching out your videos. Well, awesome. I think we've given a lot of great tips about encouraging people to go live and why they should go live, and also what are the key formula to really viral content, no matter what your content is, and then reminding people to always stay engaged with all the promotions and content types that TikTok puts out there. Before we wrap it up today, Oleg, tell us how brands and creators, what's the best way for brands and creators to contact you or your agency?
Yeah, well, the best way is to go to our website. It's ushoo.ai. It's ushoo.ai and fill out the contact form. Somebody, me or my partner or one of our team members will reach out. And yeah, and then for creators, we have a great community that can join. We'll provide like a lot of tools, AI tools for the scripting and content creation and also support materials like courses and stuff and like support from other creators. So
Amazing.
of
Oh,
course, anytime, anytime. It's a good conversation. I love it.
yes. And for those of you guys wanting to get in contact with Amazing at Home, you can visit amazingathome.com/TikTok. And we also have a contact form there, and we talk a little bit about our brands and our products and things that we're working with. We also have a free TikTok masterclass. It's a 2 hour long masterclass that kind of showed you should you get involved in TikTok. We also have a free TikTok product review. So if you're an Amazon seller who wants to get involved with TikTok, but you're not sure, you can always click on that review and we will send you a video of what we think about your product, and whether it will work on TikTok or not. And I'm sure Oleg will do the same thing if you contact him through his contact form at ushoo.ai. Ushoo is happy to help you as well. So thank you, Oleg, for being here. Thanks everybody for
Of
listening
course. Thanks
in.
for having me.
Yes, and let us know how it goes. We want your feedback.
All right. Thanks. Have a good